Radio part 2 of Tiguan. The battery delete and full system basically install. The rest in the system, full system, I don't know which one to call it, because the speaker upgrade was first, so this is basically bass and whatever you want to. I don't even know how to call it. I'd love to call it all one thing, but it's not going to work out because it's separate things. Right, enough talking. So, as I said, cables need to be installed underneath. So, all I've got to say is enjoy the time lapse, and I'll see you in about, I don't know, I'm not really sure, but I'll see you about quite quick. So yeah, ta-da!
Bad things happen to good people. None of us were ever really born equal. Only one life, there ain't no sequel. Some people live, others stay fearful. This world ain't never been peaceful. You got good, always butting heads against evil. The good try to be fair, but the bad lethal. They gon' fight dirty, every single one deceitful. Stand up, I wanna see your face. Get your chin up like you belong in this place. We gon' train like you've never trained before. You're going up against something that you can't ignore. This ain't a game, this your life that we're playing with. There ain't no reset button or an off switch. You gotta face your fears, you gotta scratch the itch. You gotta break through the walls.
And all the cables are in. Nice and solid. So let's start from the front. What I did is I've attached everything basically, battery, battery wise, everything's nice and well. Obviously I haven't tightened them because I still need to put some fuses there, but that's what the final result. And I've just added another ground where it was from the factory there. Only last thing I've got to do on this side is put everything back together in there, and then go jack this side of the car, go underneath and see whether I've got any other possibility to add the ground to here, but I honestly really doubt it. So I'm gonna sort of like kind of try and figure out something that I can add onto here, but if I can't, that should do. I'm gonna try obviously to get another ground point closer to the alternator, to the chassis, because that will help. But the way I remember when I was doing alternator upgrade, it was nowhere nearly impossible, but I'm gonna still give it a go. So yeah, this side is all done. Let me show you the cabling, what's going underneath. So this is what it looks like at the back at the moment. I'm just trying to mock some things up, see how I wanna, because I think I'm gonna raise that up a bit so I can mount down the cables and then sort it here, and then two going in, so basically 6-5, and then 3-4 coming out to the power amp, to the bass amp, and then another one is coming out to here, or I can actually use 1-2. Well, there's always one going to be left either way, so we'll see which way they're going to do it, but that's going to late after I do all the battery things and blah blah blah. So that's how they come out, nice and neat, lovely. That's how it's sorted. Where's my creeper? That shows what's going on underneath, because all I've got left to do now is just to put that plastic tray back up in there, and that's it, it's all done. So first of all, that's where it comes to through the floor like that. That's all nicely cabled right in there, goes along the tank there, and then it bends along there, and that's where it all basically is going to be covered under the under tray with a plastic tray, but it's all cabled at exactly where the mountains are for the freaking brake lines, and what it looks at the front. Whee! What it looks, and that's what it looks like here. Goes underneath and booyah. And yeah, that's perfect. Couldn't get it any better. That looks a bit knackered, I suppose. But yeah, never mind. Cool. So all I'm gonna do is now I'm gonna put this on the tray. I'm not gonna be recording on the under tray business. I can't see a point, to be fair. And as you can see, this is only where you can sort of see the cable. But the thing is, cable is actually further away from the ground than what the tank is, so this was the really only way where to put that much of thick cable within this car. And it's away from any heavy, I'll say it's next to the tank, but I've got fuses in here. Something happens with the cable, it's either gonna blow from here or it's gonna blow from there. This cable is basically isolated from both sides, as you can see. Solid parts goes in here, and then singles. So if any of these cables is getting, if any of these cables is getting damaged on that section, it's gonna blow it there, isolating from the battery. Anything happens somewhere closer to there, this is gonna be solid one to the battery, and single ones are here. So anything happens, blow, cable is completely dead. Battery will probably still run the run the car, but it's not gonna get charged. No, you will be able to start the car once you basically shut it off, because there is no battery. So once these cables go dead completely, the only thing that will keep running is the alternator. Alternator will keep running the car, and if you turn it off, there's going to be no primary power going to these two cables to start the vehicle. So you'll know straight away something's gone wrong with the wiring, even though you probably won't notice it if you blast the music or whatever. You won't be able to start the car. Simple. And music still will be playing with this battery as long as I've tested it out. Probably not with this 5K system, but it will still play quite a bit of time before it dies out completely. So it's either your vehicle is going to stop or your music is going to stop. And obviously there is protection separately from the amps as well for everything, so everything is fused, everything is protected from any mystical electrical issues and stuff like that. So I wouldn't worry that much about it. As long as you use fuses, you're fine. People run freaking 20, 30, 50k, man, running cables underneath the car, no problem whatsoever. So I can't see it being an issue in this case as well. So right, enough of my yappy time. I'm gonna put the tray back underneath, drop the vehicle, and then we'll basically, I'll put all this intake pipes and everything whatnot, what I need to put back in, and basically then we'll proceed with the battery pack install and stuff like that. Right, all the plastics went back in, all the needed things now here went in, and as you can see, looks nice. I really have actually peeled the top, put it on nice and smart, that, and let's wait on the front. Be doing more wheel spins. I had to add one cable tie up there just to bring the cable up so it doesn't catch the fan. But other than that, everything's happy days. So I just wanted to show you what it looks underneath. Once the plastic goes on, you can't really see much. And basically, there you go. That's the plastic on. Here you can only see it like up from there. It's all protected. On the back it comes out after there. Just before then obviously goes up and above and boom underneath. So that's it. The cable is in now. I don't have to mess around with nothing else cable wise in front of the car or underneath the car. I'm only messing about this in the boot now. So, and I'm gonna jack up that side, see if I can put another ground, but I'll just let you know that later on date when I do, and if I don't, and what the heck did I do to make it work better. So, lithium. It's time for me to, I'm gonna raise basically the floor just within that area, so I can just tape the cables together or whatever, or get them like that and then get them together so that they don't get a big bend on there, and then it's nicely slopes back down. And basically I believe this thing is going to be sitting here, but before I can do all that I need to take that all out. I've got the markings for the battery where it's supposed to sit. We'll basically take that out. I'm gonna make a frame around it. Like I said, I'm gonna install some T-nuts, and then we'll basically couple it all up and put it in, put a battery in, get the cables in, and basically it's the time really gonna be making all the position of the stuff, what's going where. And then what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to making a bit of square false floor above the amplifiers and everything, and that the subs actually sit closer, higher than the battery level, and they're going to be a little bit off the batteries. I'm just going to make I'll explain to you that stuff later on. So let's go get this in, get all this wire, get this all sorted out, and we'll proceed with the next sort of part, probably more than likely. So yeah, enjoy.
Bad things happen to good people. None of us were ever really born equal. Only one life, there ain't no sequel. Some people live, others stay fearful. This world ain't never been peaceful. You got good, always butting heads against evil. The good try to be fair, but the bad lethal. They gon' fight dirty, every single one deceitful. Stand up, I wanna see your face. Get your chin up like you belong in this place. We gon' train like you've never trained before. You're going up against something that you can't ignore. This ain't a game, this your life that we're playing with. There ain't no reset button or an off switch. You gotta face your fears, you gotta scratch the itch. You gotta break through the walls and get after it. Only time will tell who's gonna make it. I promise you, I'ma be the one who's gonna take it. I fight, I provide, leaving blood on the pavement. If you're up against me, then you better be praying, cause I'll keep punching till my knuckles start breaking. I'll keep going through the blood that I'm tasting. I won't stop till they've all seen greatness. The battle for my world just started, I've been waiting. Villains and heroes, only time will tell who will win and who will fail. Villains and heroes, no, there ain't no one else. Pick a side by yourself. I got this, there ain't no going back. Leave it all on the battlefield, push the attack. You can't stop me, I'm obsessive. A lot of people think that I come off aggressive. passive, but I'm just passionate. Why aren't you? Ain't nobody care if you got nothing to lose. You gotta put yourself on the line, make moves. Otherwise you'll be a sheep with the lions watching you. Only time will tell who's gonna make it. I promise you I'ma be the one who's gonna take it. I fight, I provide, leaving blood on the pavement. If you're up against me, then you better be praying. Cause I'll keep punching till my knuckles start breaking. I'll keep going through the blood that I'm tasting. I won't stop till they've all seen greatness. The battle for my world just started, I've been waiting. Villains and heroes, only time will tell who will win and who will fail. Villains and heroes, no there ain't no one else. Pick a side by yourself. Today is the day, don't waste any time. Know it's time to make a change. Up in your mind, rearrange. Start thinking you're the hero headed out on your way. There's gonna be good times and bad times. That's alright, just stay on the line. Cause in life we all got a different mission, but the good guy always wins, that's a given. If you stay committed, you stay driven, you'll be looking down the barrel of completing your mission. Ignition, light the flame, get the fire and you listen. Take these words deep, cause this is real, ain't no fiction. You don't need drugs, help, any prescription. Just persistence and energy can win any competition. So keep fighting, facing any opposition, and be the hero in a story you yourself have written. Villains and heroes, only time will tell who will win and who will fail. Villains and heroes, no there ain't no one else. Pick a side by yourself.
Well, basically the battery holding position has been made. That's what it looks. As you can see, I raised it up so it doesn't move back and forth or side to side, whatever. So now what I've got only left to do is get that steel plate cut in pieces, welded together, and basically finish off this battery business, and then we will be able to start to, well, basically need to tidy this up. We'll be able to start to do all the wiring and whatnot and all the fancy shit, basically. So yeah, basically I'm just going to proceed and do the measurements, and then we'll be cutting the metal, and that's it. Job's a good one.
Watch out, cause I'm here now and I'm staying. Claws out, this the fight that I've been craving. I know there's something inside of me, but it's been masked by fear and anxiety. But no more, I'ma break out of the chains. Let's defiantly go! I'm waking up, this ain't enough. All of my dreams were starting to rust, but I believe that I can adjust. Positive thoughts, I'm starting to trust. Nothing's deserved unless you work. Something of worth requires an urge. I have been hurt by those at their worst, but that gave me will, some power, a surge. And they know that I won't surrender, so they fear me as a contender. When I fight, they always remember, yeah. I will be known, I won't let go. I will not stop, I will be great. I will be known, I won't let go. I will not stop, I will be great. We came here to conquer, fighting like we're monsters. We can last much longer, we do this for honor. We came here to conquer, fighting like we're monsters. And we can last much longer. I am a hunter, I've been filled with demons and hunger. I am the thunder, I command the masses in numbers. Look at the fear in their eyes, this is what happens when you are surprised. It's time to meet your demise. Just call me Zeus and look to the sky. Everything's amplified, no they cannot deny. I will be rectified if you dissect me. Find scar tissue left behind, injuries that define me to my core. They'll hear me roar like never before. The pain I absorbed is feeding my core. I'm hard to ignore, I'll beat down your door. If you wanted war, well then you got war. And they know that I won't surrender, so they fear me as a contender. When I fight they always remember, yeah. I will be known, I won't let go. I will not stop, I will be great. I will be known, I won't let go. I will not stop, I will be great. 'Cause we came here to conquer, fighting like we're monsters. We can last much longer, we do this for honor. We came here to conquer, fighting like we're monsters. And we can last much longer.
And that's basically the bracket has been made. All nice and shiny at the moment. Drill the holes, and all I've got left to do now is give it a bit of coat of paint. I'll be spraying with some black Renault paint, but yeah. Good as it should be. So I'm gonna wait, let it dry up, and basically fit it on. For the time being, what we can do now is we can actually start wiring things up, making sure that everything's gonna fit where it needs to fit and whatnot. I'm gonna put a bit of foam in that gap from underneath, so it doesn't snap on itself, because there's nothing in between, and this is nice and tough, so it's not going to allow it to go too far, but it's not going to make a big of a problem for the battery or even terminals, no strain or nothing, so that's what you want. Well, like I said, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up this area here a little bit wider, and basically we'll put a ground terminal there, and I'm thinking about doing exactly the same on the other side. So I'm gonna run one from here straight away to there, next one from there, well maybe it's from here up around the back to there, this one goes across to there and to there, and the rest three foot two is gonna be for the B2 audio negative tuner terminals, and then the other one is going to be for the amp, 4-channel amp, and it's going to be a smaller one as well. And then basically that's it really. I'm going to do the grounds first and then attach all the positives, because what I'll do is I'll just send the positives over top of the grounds. Yeah, I think so, yeah. Well, yeah, we'll see what I'm gonna come up with. Sorry about my greasy camera. But yeah, I'm gonna try put you on a time lapse somewhere, but we'll see how things happen. So yeah, let's see what's gonna happen next. And next, unfortunately, is the end of the part 2. Unfortunately, it is what it is. I didn't realize what was the time, and I've got quite a lot to do. So basically, yeah, all the wiring business and everything, first start of the car, is basically going to be in a part 3. So all I can say is thanks a lot, people. Thanks a lot, peeps. Thanks a lot for watching. Like and share, subscribe, and I'll see you in a part 3. Bye bye.